Hey darling, Allison Kay here. You or your small marketing team are curious to know if your marketing efforts are working, right? You've invested time, money, energy, moolah, time, energy into a variety of things to see what sticks. But seeing a clear line between all the work you've done and your efforts of those results might seem a little fuzzy. You're not alone. When I work with clients to help them improve their website conversion, one of the questions I ask them is, how do you measure your marketing success? The response is often a lot of mumbling like, oh, well, we kind of look at likes and comments and maybe newsletter signups. And when you contrast that against all of the efforts that they put into it, it just breaks my heart a little that that's all that can be said about measurement. No shame. Like I said before, this is pretty common, but the good news is I'm here to help. So let's shake things up a little bit with this two-part mini-series I've made for you to get you thinking differently about what digital marketing success means for you. There are two big old elephants in the marketing measuring room that I want us to address. Lack of clear goals to begin with, and a reluctance to measure results. This video will focus on setting goals. If you're very clear about your goals, and I mean like super clear, then you can check out the second video all about measuring. So if you think this video is going to be about KPIs, OKRs, ACEs, and other kinds of frameworks, nope. Well, maybe not ACEs. I actually really love that framework. But see, there are a million other articles and videos about this, so I'm not going to cover that. But do know that you can't really get into and cover those objectives and KPIs if you don't have goals set. Without those, shiny marketing object syndrome can totally set in. And you know what I mean. Posting motivational quotes on social media because everyone else is doing it. Starting a podcast because some webinar said that it was a good idea. Getting funding for SEO work because it's really important to be found on Google. Is it important to be found by Google? I don't know, darling, you tell me. See, you have to know what your end game is, or else all the tactics and tools and consultants in the world won't be as effective for you. So let's set aside these KPIs, blah, 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 all these frameworks, and focus on a few simple questions. What are your business goals? What do you already have that can help achieve them? What else will you need? Kind of philosophical, eh? I may seem high energy, but I also do enjoy me some chill inner marketing work. Now, don't feel like you have to answer all of these questions perfectly in an hour or even in a day. Take your time, brainstorm, talk with people you trust. How about this? Let me take you through my own story to help you jam on these questions. I hit a stage in my consultancy where I wanted to expand outside the local market. I was ready to export, baby. But I felt this immense pressure to pick the right thing in marketing that would be most effective. Because I'm a marketer and I'm supposed to know exactly what I'm doing, right? Well, I'm really experienced in things like SEO, email marketing, and web conversion. But other things like paid advertising, cold calling, and YouTube, they kind of give me the nervous poops. Darling, I felt stuck. I also knew I had to keep things sustainable. I already had a boatload of marketing material I didn't want to turf simply because I was going to start something new. Shiny marketing object syndrome. So by answering these questions, I got unstuck and finally had a solid foundation that would help me make better decisions for this marketing strategy. For me, it looked like this. What are your business goals? Expand brand awareness nationally. Increase consulting revenue by 35%, double the number of speaking gigs, and create less, distribute more. Now, you don't have to have specific numbers in your goals. I just happened to do that for the second one because I felt like it was achievable. Darling, you do you. What do you already have that can help achieve them? This question is important because when you review what you've done in the past, it actually makes the future a lot less scary. You notice patterns that work, which I believe are worth doing again. Darling, don't reinvent the wheel if you don't have to. Successful marketing is about feel-good results, not doing the latest and greatest thing just because. Shiny marketing object syndrome. In my case, I knew that whenever I gave talks, in person or online, I would grow my email list and land new clients. This is because people buy from brands they like, know, and trust. I knew that once people saw this hair and this energy, that I would attract the right people, no problem. I also knew that a majority of my clientele came from referrals. They came ready to work with me because someone else told them that I was the right choice. So I wanted to replicate that local network feel without having that prior first-person connection. So I answered the questions this way. What do you already have that can help achieve them? Speaking increases quality leads because people get to know me faster. Referral marketing allows other people to vouch for me. Leaning into my hyperactive brand helps me stand out and attract right fit clients. I can reuse content from past projects and marketing efforts. what else will you need? Acknowledging your weaknesses and gaps is really important. If it isn't sustainable, you won't be successful no matter how in the hell you intend to measure it. And since no one is a jack of all marketing trades, it's important to acknowledge where you're going to need help. Don't get too caught up on exactly what help looks like, just list it for now. So as I was doing this exercise, video marketing seemed like the solution that might make the most sense. Full disclosure, I have been bumping up against this whole "should I do video marketing?" question for a lot longer than I care to admit. I resisted that for a really long time, but this exercise was giving me permission to finally explore it in a more strategic way. So in my case, I knew I would need a way to get to know me without knowing me, support in creating optimized video content, support in folding all that new content into my existing marketing. Cool, huh? Once you have those 3 questions answered, then darlings, go ahead and pick your framework of choice and dive deeper into your goal settings for marketing. P.S. Don't forget to celebrate setting goals. Here's a crazy stat for you. CoSchedule ran a survey in 2021 that stated organized marketers are 674% more likely to report success. And that metric was 7 times higher than it was back in 2018. While you may not think of yourself as a marketer, if you're responsible for brand awareness and ROI in your business, then this stat applies to you too. And darlings, let's celebrate all the small successes about making yourself more organized with your marketing. When I work with clients who have clear goals set, it makes marketing strategies a lot more sustainable, affordable, and easier to measure. And if you're a small team, it makes internal communication easier too. Everyone has their eyes on the same prize, and this makes prioritizing tasks and projects a lot easier. Want to do more inner marketing work? Need further inspiration for answering these questions? Check out a handy dandy little worksheet I made just for you in the description. See ya!